that due to the dry weather, no smoking on the grass areas, in the tank farm, or inside the marquees. There are designated areas for this.
Fucking sun. It's too fucking bright.
It's just Captain on.
It's the old one out! Fuck!
The even one in.
They will enter the arena shortly. There will be dust, there will be smoke. Leopards, shock and awe.
Wish I had a tripod.
I'll bring one next year.
Here we go.
I was going to bring one this year, but
Third line.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to the Tank Museum Director of 12 years, recently awarded the OBE in the Queen's Birthday Honours, Mr. Richard Smith.
Hey! Thank you very much, Simon. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I have to try harder than that. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hey! Welcome to Tankfest.
Shock and awe.
Yeah, they replaced one of the Leopard 1 to the Leopard 2.
multi-pattern Rolls Royce. It's all serviced in the British Army. It went out to the Far East. We've got a photograph of this very Rolls Royce out in Shanghai in the early 1930s. And this Rolls Royce ended its career in British service patrolling the Norfolk coast in World War II. Now the second vehicle in that lineup is that wonderful, some of the older blokes in the audience, you might have had a dinky toy of this, that's the Daimler armoured car, a classic British design from the Second World War, £2 a gun on it. It's basically the Scout car version with, on steroids is the way of putting it, basically the smaller British Daimler Dingo. Once they realised the success of that, they upgraded it, made it bigger, put a turret on the top, and you've got there the Daimler armoured car with its £2 a gun. Now behind that Daimler armoured car is, we've got a Scout carrier there. It's actually what we call a universal carrier. Now the whole of the Bren gun carrier story that goes back right to the early carriers, we've got one, a Cardinal Lloyd carrier inside the museum. Different roles they had. They ended up sort of trying to sort of centralise a role. They call them the universal carriers, and they were used for quite a number of different roles on the battlefield. One of the lines that came out, that how they were trying to use them, they were calling it at one point firepower transport. And it's something that, again, modern armies are interested in. How do we get a small vehicle to give soldiers on the battlefield some form of protected mobility and also resupply? How do we get things like ammunition, mortar rounds, etc. up to where they need to go? So that's our little universal carrier. That was a privately owned one that has been brought down to us today to drive around. Starting to design this at the beginning of the 1960s, a whole family of vehicles, CBRT we call them, combat vehicle, reconnaissance tracked. Scorpion was one of the vehicles. They decided they needed a tracked and a wheeled reconnaissance vehicle. Fox was the wheeled vehicle. They both use the same Jaguar engine. Now, of course, with Scorpion, you've got a 76mm gun, very similar gun as the Saladin behind it. And what you're looking at there is that capability of doing reconnaissance with a bit of force behind you. Sometimes they've used the phrase kicking the end.
To support itself and its crew of 3 for more than 800 kilometres. With a maximum speed of 80 miles an hour on roads or 55 miles an hour over rough terrain, it is a high mobility weapons platform with a unique suspension system which allows rapid movement across varying terrain. Jackal 2 and development unit here in Bovington. The scimitar you see here today launched many different bridges from the current BR-90 fleet. The smallest bridge they have is called a number 12, which is 13.5 meters long and can bridge a gap of up to 12 meters. And this only takes 90 seconds to launch. The biggest bridge is a number 10. This can bridge a gap of up to 24 meters and only takes a mere 2 minutes to launch. You can use a combination of 3 different bridges to allow you to bridge a gap of up to 60 meters. Another addition to the BR-90 family is the Trashel adapter set. This provides a capability which allows the Army to launch into rivers up to the depth of 3.5 meters. You can also fit the Titan with the Beamer bulldozer earth-moving attachment. This provides the Titan crew with the ability to improve or upgrade their crossing site to allow a flat crossing site. Terrier is the armoured engineered tractor, currently the British Army's most technologically advanced operational land vehicle. It is used also by the Royal Engineers as an armoured mobility and counter-mobility support vehicle. Weighing 33 tons, it is a swift and agile beast. It can reach speeds of nearly 50 miles an hour. It has been described as the Swiss Army knife of engineering vehicles, as it can be configured with multiple attachments. Along with the front bucket, it can be fitted with a service